Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video. Today folks, I'm going to be showing you how to tame the Forest Titan. Now I am going to be using a similar method as I did with the Ice Titan, and I am going to do it with low tech gear. Obviously this is slightly different and there are different mechanics involved, but I will cover those later in the video. So if you folks find this video informative and enjoy it, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, remember to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this of course can be found down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment. Alright, so with that out of the way, this is my base location. I have set up several spawn beds and all the usual stuff when I do take on a task like a Titan. So you will need some medical brews. This is the gear that I will be taking with me. So as you can see, there is the Longneck Rifle. We've got the grappling hook, some armor. It is flak, it is all ascendant, and obviously plenty of ammunition. Now I'm going to show you where my base is set up. It is very close to the Forest Titan spawn point. So that is the path that goes all the way up. Here are the coordinates for those interested. So that is our way out, and this is where my base is set up. To my left will be the let's call it, for argument's sake, the Forest Titan arena. So that right in front of me where that big pine tree is. So I am going to make my way towards it, and I'm going to give you a bit of a tour and explain how things work. Now, with the Forest Titan, the game developers want the players to be as close as possible, and we're probably most likely wanting the players to be on the ground. So therefore you cannot be too far from it, otherwise you will get a message something along the lines of you are too far away vertically or horizontally, something like that. I can't remember exactly what the words were, but yes, you will get a message. So I've tried going up there on the cliffs. I've tried the cliff in front of me, but obviously I am too far. I did also try taking it from here, but the problem is you are still far enough for it to be able to grab you with its vine grab, whilst you are close enough to actually do damage to the Titan, and that is a problem. If you're too far away from this Titan, you won't be doing damage to it. So this is the location where we will plant ourselves and where we will tame them. Land your Argent here, or at least that's the way I'm going to do it. Then dismount, and on the other crystal I shall grapple, and I'm going to quickly enable flight so I can show you. So I'm probably going to run this way, then grapple onto the wall, pull myself in this way, something like that, and I want to put myself on this crystal and in this corner right here. Now to my left there is a crystal, so I will not be able to fall off. With this Titan, when you do destroy a corrupted node, it will do a knockback and a bit of damage, and so by putting myself in this particular corner, it cannot push me off the crystal. The only way it can hit me, and that is a possibility, is when it does a swipe. So for that reason, you will want some decent armor or several sets of armor with you, as well as some medical brews. It will be very close to the Titan. I'm not joking, it's going to be scary, but that is the only thing that it can harm you with, or if it walks away when it does a vine grab or vine pull or whatever that move is called. So that is the other thing it can do. If it walks away, or if it is far from its location and it lifts one arm up, that means it's going to do the vine grab. So all you need to do is sidestep. It is quite easy to avoid. Right, I will take my Argent back to the base, as with the Ice Titan, I will obviously kill myself once I have spawned the Ice Titan, so that I can spawn back at my base and get all my gear and equip it, and then obviously set up for the taming process. Now, of course, I have spent a great amount of time doing all this and testing it all out, so if I forgot anything, I will mention it later on in the video. Alright, here we are. Now, this cave is a proper pain to get through. There is a lot of bad stuff. Here is the artifact, so you don't need to bring an artifact with you. There will always be an artifact here. You will need 100 corrupted hearts. What else was it that you needed? Oh yes, I remember now. You will also need 10 sauropod vertebrae and 10 Tyrannosaurus arms. So just have a look down there. This is all the stuff that you will have to go through in order to clear out this room so that you can successfully summon. Now, I know that in my action bar there is a tech rifle. Do not worry, guys. I will not be using any high-tech stuff. No tech items, no mech, nothing. I'm going to do this exactly the same as I did with the Ice Titan. So basically, once I have died, I will not be going to get my items. I do have one tech rifle with me still, because as you can see to my right, those over there are Perlovias. So I don't really want these guys being pulled into the fight. I don't know if the summoning ritual pulls them into the fight, but I'm not going to risk that. And as the circle starts to close, I will remove the admin commands and admin cheats. So that will be no god mode, and there will be no infinite stats. Alright, let us begin. Also, as a side note, and you will see in a bit why, as I am going to use an Argent, you might want to use a flyer that you don't really care about losing. Now, I do recommend an Argent because they do have a really good carry weight, but you can also use an Owl as well. This fight is somewhat different in that you do have to be close to the Titan. At least that is the way the developers wanted it. So that means there is a possibility that you may lose your flyer. So do bear that in mind. Okay. So I'm trying to point out that he has spawned between the big pine tree and the small pine tree next to the cliff that was straight in front of me when I was showing you. So this is exactly where he spawns. We also get the forest wyverns that do come with this guy. Do not worry about them. As long as you don't attack them after you respawn, they should be no bother whatsoever. They do tend to fly close to the ground, or if they fly above you, they kind of generally tend to ignore you. Right, now that I have spawned back at my base, time to pick up my gear, equip it, and get myself prepared. So I shall quickly take, well, actually I want to dump all the stuff. Now I'm going to equip my armor. With this, you will want to bring 2 sets of Ascendant armor, or maybe 4 sets of normal armor, as I said, you may take a bit of damage, and the Forest Titan does do quite a bit of damage, especially to armor. Now, I've only taken 100 medical brews. You can probably take 200 if you want. I am quite confident in my ability to tame this guy, as I have done several test runs on him. I kind of know what to expect, where it comes from, and all that. Now, as you can see in the distance, the Forest Titan seems to be busy with something. That is good, so I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I'm going to fly as high as possible. I do not want to aggro him just yet. Once I get past this long crystal. My destination should be just below it. I just need to be careful so that I don't get taken out by the Forest Titan. So I'll land on this. Right, he seems to have aggroed on me, so I need to be quick about it. Oops, accidental. Now I did put my my medical brews on the action bar because it is above the W and it is easiest for me to access if I do need it. Now he's coming my way, so it's time to start taking out the corrupted nodes on his shoulders. Both of them are showing. Once you've taken them out, you will then have a corrupted node to take out on his chin. At the moment he seems to be doing some swiping, but he's still far away from me. Right, so as you saw, he swiped and hit me. That is because he is not in the position that I want him to be. Time to use some of these medical brews. We do need to maneuver him into the right position, so I'm going to go into this corner so that I am out of his reach. Okay, wow, that was close. Right, some more medical brews. He has already broken my armor within 3 hits. So that is why you want some spare armor with this guy. And this is where the medical brews will come in handy. That is the only move from this point on that can get to you. That and the vine grab. He will only perform the vine grab when he is around that distance where he is now. And you'll know he does that because he lifts one arm up. When he does that, just sidestep and he will miss. So now he will start walking towards me. And as he does that, I will focus on his corrupted nodes. At this point, he will then be blocked off by the crystals below and all of the terrain, and so he won't be able to get very close. Do not get me wrong, guys, he's going to get mighty close, and it is going to be, well, quite up close and personal, quite scary, I would say, especially at first. And when he does that, I don't even know what the ability is where he puts his hands into the ground. His hitbox will connect with your character's hitbox. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. And if he does move you, well, he won't be able to because you are backed into that corner, so he can't move you any further. That is the reason I'm using that corner. He will also do a stomp. He will also do a swipe. Now at this range, the only thing that he can hit us with will be the swipe. There is no point in trying to dodge it because you can't. You are that close, as that is what the developers have intended. And as you can see, he's already spawned some stuff that has that green cloud, which is damaging my Argent. So that is why at the beginning of the video I recommended that you bring in a flyer that you don't really care. Also, unlike the Ice Titan, his upper body does move quite a lot, so getting a good shot on the corrupted node can be quite a bit of a task. So whilst he is here trying to get to me, the Forest Titan will do one of several things. He will try walking towards me without any effect. He will do that move which you just saw there, where he puts his hands into the ground and these things come out, which I don't know what they're supposed to do. I haven't had the luxury of finding out just yet. He will also do a stomp. I have also seen him jump, which is disturbing and worrying. He will also shoot things out of his back, and he will also do a swipe. The swipe is quite a rare thing, and the other thing that he may do is he may start walking towards the center of the arena. At that point, you really need to pay attention to what the Forest Titan is doing, because if he turns around and lifts one arm in the air, whatever you do, do not stay put. Move to the side. Now, he may be attacking a small creature on the ground, in which case you are fortunate because he's not doing the vine grab. But if there aren't any creatures on the ground, then that means he's going to do a vine grab, and that is a one-shot kill. If he gets you with that, he will kill you almost instantly. Okay, so this is a move that I did not mention because I kind of forgot about it. So this is his block. While it doesn't really pose a threat to us as such, as you saw, the corrupted nodes are not visible, so therefore there's no point in shooting at them, as of course you will damage the Titan. With regards to the Titan performing the swipe attack, I just remembered this one now. As you've seen up to now, with the exception of the beginning of the fight, he has not done that. However, he will perform the swipe attack once one of the corrupted nodes has been destroyed, as in the process of destroying the corrupted node, you will pretty much make him lose the arm on which the corrupted node is. So that would normally mean that some of his attacks will have changed for the duration that he has not got the arm, and so that is when he will perform the swipes. You will see this happen once I take down this corrupted node. Now, for those who haven't seen my previous video, you can gauge how far you are from destroying a corrupted node by how fast it's pulsating or rotating, as well as its size. As when a corrupted node has little HP remaining, it will pulsate fast, and it will also increase in size. I am trying to take my time here so that I damage the corrupted node as often as possible and not the Titan, because they are on his upper body. It does make it challenging. Now, I've noticed that the corrupted node has a very small hitbox. It's actually smaller than the corrupted node itself. So you kind of want to aim for the center of the corrupted node, because if you aim for the outer sides of the corrupted node, you run the risk of actually hitting the Titan, not the node, which is a very weird one, but that is what this is. So as you saw there, technically I should have hit the node, but I hit one of the trees behind the node. Now, I don't know if he's going to attempt and perform the vine trick in this video. There we go. Right. So pay attention to what happened. I always check to make sure that I am in this corner right here. So he did do that knockback / damage. After this, he will do the swipe because he's only got one arm. So that is a attack that will be quite common until the arm grows back. So we have to kind of bear it, but it doesn't do that much damage, and with the aid of the medical brews we should be able to get through it quite easily. Now he's gonna probably walk away by the looks of it, so he's going back to the center. Yeah, I guess that one. My Argent is continuously taking damage, so It's very likely that my Argent will die. It is a high level Argent. I don't really care about it though. So I'm going to try and maybe get him to move. And I forgot that if he's not flying, he's just going to walk off. Okay, well, that's the end of my Argent. Dear me. That was the vine attack that you saw there, which he does do at a distance. It looks like he's going to go for me. I just hope he doesn't do the vine attack. Alright, good. Whoop. So that's what you need to do if you suspect he's going to do a vine attack. Just move to the side. Because he will get you if you don't. Once I've taken down this corrupted node, he will again lose his arm. He will do several swipe attacks. As you saw, they didn't do that much damage. Not as much as the one at the beginning of the fight. I'm not sure if that's intended or if it's to do with the fact that he's lost an arm or lost a corrupted node. I'm not quite sure how that is calculated, but it does do or seem to do less damage. So as you have seen up to now, the process of taming this particular Titan is not that hard at all. It is totally doable solo. It just requires more attention than the Ice Titan. Whereas the Ice Titan is a bit of a face roll, this one does require a bit more attention, and you have to be a bit more proactive with it, as you will have to dodge certain things. I do hope that he does do the vine attack, actually, to be fairly honest. I know I said I don't want that. That does kind of scare me, just because I've had a few bad run-ins with it. But I do hope he does that, so you guys can see what it looks like and how to dodge it. Because that's the only thing he's not done yet. But all in all, not that difficult. He's not really put me in any serious danger or threat. If he's to kill me, I have plenty of items left to continue this tame. Now, unlike the Ice Titan, with this guy, there is a possibility of him killing me or something going wrong. However, this is the safest spot to tame him at. The more difficult thing to do is, once we've taken out this second corrupted node, the third corrupted node will pop up on his chin. And as you can see, his chin for most of this fight is underneath the crystal. So it will just require some good timing and a bit of patience, but it is, of course, quite easy to do it. When he does block, I have noticed that he throws these things up in the air, which I'm not quite sure what they are. Never got close enough, and neither did I have the curiosity to find out. Whilst being stood here and attempting this a couple of times, I have seen them land, well, quite close to me, but never actually in this location, which is another reason I have decided to showcase this particular location with regards to taming the Titan. Also, I've not counted, but I do have the feeling that this guy's corrupted nodes take more damage than any other Titan. This is just the way it feels like to me. If you guys know any information with this, then do share it down below. But to me it looks like, and feels like, of course, that his nodes seem to take a bit more damage. It may possibly have something to do with the fact that this Titan is also quite tanky, so maybe that has a role to play in the amount of shots that we have to fire on his nodes. As a separate note, at least the music for this fight is quite enjoyable. I do like the heavy bass and the heavy sounds in the music. I do actually really like it. It always freaks me out when he does that thing where he puts his hands to the ground. It gets so close. It's almost like in your personal space. But yeah, don't panic. He won't hurt you. Okay, that was a miss. I am getting a bit impatient here. I am trying to damage it as quick as possible without actually damaging the Titan himself. I could have probably gone for a better weapon. However, as I started out with the Longneck Rifle with the Ice Titan, I thought I might as well carry the habit. Oops. And to be fairly honest, the Longneck Rifle does come in handy for hitting those nodes at a distance. I do like the accuracy. I don't think the damage on it makes much of a difference, as all weapons seem to do 1 damage. I'm guessing if you use high damaging items or weapons even, such as rocket launchers, and if you successfully hit the node, that probably do a bit more damage than just 1. But any weapon so far, as far as I've tested, seems to do 1 damage. There we go. The second node is now down. We are on the one that is on his chin. He's not going to do a swipe, which of course is going to hit us. There is no dodging. Just use the medical brews. That is why we brought them. Also notice or pay attention to where I am shooting. At the edge where his chin meets the node, if you hit that edge on his chin, you will hit the node. Obviously you don't want to go too far up, otherwise you will hit the Titan, but do pay attention to where I am shooting, as sometimes I will be hitting what looks like his chin, but it's actually hitting the node. Okay, need to pay attention to what he's doing. Oh, nope. There we go. That's the vine attack. Very simple to dodge. Now, if that would have caught me, that would have killed me without a hint of a doubt. I'm glad that that move has been shown. I was hoping to show it off because it's quite easy to avoid. So of course, once that node is damaged, that is the final node, and so therefore you can tame him just like with the Ice Titan. Just walk up to him and press E when prompted. And to get down here, down from here, my bad, I'm a bit tired, I've only had a couple of hours sleep. I will be using the grappling hooks, and obviously I don't have an Argent anymore, so my method of getting back down from here, and I'm guessing yours as well if you don't have an Argent by the end of the fight, is the grappling hook. So that is another use for having, or another reason to have grappling hooks with you during this fight. So as you have seen up to now, we have not had any issues with the green clouds that do damage to you. In this location, there have been no problems with the forest wyverns, which I'm guessing would do a decent amount of damage. The only two hits that we need to worry about is the swipe and the vine attack or vine grab. So apart from that, fairly easy stuff. You don't need a lot of high-tech stuff. So this Titan is definitely doable without any tech items. And the reason I'm saying that at this point in time is that I'm fairly confident that I can fully tame this guy without any deaths whatsoever. So it's just a waiting game now. Yeah, every time he does get into my character's hitbox, when he does that ground hit, whatever that ability is called, it always does freak me out just because of how close he gets. I mean, I know that there isn't anything it's going to do to me. It's not going to do any damage, or at least not at this current stage. Maybe it might get patched later on. If it does, obviously I will come back again and find another solution to deal with this guy. There is more than one way to skin a cat. And just as with the Ice Titan, this guy's weakness is the fact that he is on the ground. So the best way of taming him is from the air or from a height that is above him. I kind of want to say that we are very close to taking out that corrupted node on his chin because of how it's moving sometimes or how it's pulsating, but I know that I have just started burning us down, so we still have a bit to go. Plus, of all of the 3 nodes, to me at least, it feels as if this one is the hardest one to take down, or at least is the one that takes the longest to take down. It might possibly be to the fact that it is on his chin and it is a bit of a hard one to actually hit. Or there also might be something behind it, and it might have some more hit points than the other ones. I don't quite know, but it just always feels that it takes a lot longer to take this particular corrupted node out. Okay, he's blocking. Definitely no threat there. But we can't see his chin. There you go, good boy. I like it when you look at me. So, as I said with the Ice Titan, and for those that did not watch that video, and I probably said something along the lines, but I'm going to be more to the point, or explain it better here and now. The projectiles on the tech rifle do travel slower, so I don't recommend that as a weapon for this guy, as due to the speed of the projectile weapons, you run the risk of actually hitting the Titan, not the node. So one thing to bear in mind. Also, for those that want to, for example, be a bit more mobile, you can grapple on to your Argent and then whistle your Argent to go to obviously fly around in circles and do it that way. As long as you are moving, he should not be able to grab onto you with the vine grab. Very important there, because he will attempt to do that. The vine grab is not all that fast, and as long as you are mobile and moving continuously, he will not be able to get to you. Very important thing to know with this Titan, the main reason for fighting him so close is if you try and fight him at a distance, as I did with the Ice Titan, you will get a message saying that you are too far away vertically or horizontally to damage the Titan. I just thought I'd bring this up now because I actually remembered what the message says. So it does seem that each Titan does have their own specific range at which the developers want you to fight them. With this guy, obviously it is a lot closer, but as you have seen up to now, he only attempted to do the swipe attack on me when he lost an arm. He may on occasions attempt to do a swipe attack without losing an arm, but as you can see, not that difficult. Also, I wanted to point out that because you will be taking damage, I recommend having a decent amount of health on your character in order to successfully attempt this. And what I would recommend, or what I refer to as a decent amount of health, I would probably say somewhere around 450 to 550 health. So that way you can take a bit of damage from him, as he does do a decent amount of damage. I'm just keeping my eye on the prize, which is obviously the Titan's chin at the moment. That corrupted node does look quite large, so I am guessing we're maybe a minute or maybe 2 minutes away from actually knocking this guy out. Much like with the Ice Titan, once you have taken out the node, he will fall to the ground. Go to him, you will get a prompt to press a button, E for the PC. I'm guessing it will be another button obviously for the consoles. Press that button and Bob's your uncle, you will have tamed him. You don't need a saddle, as once you have tamed him, he automatically gets a saddle. From what I've seen, this guy is the tankiest of them and seems to have the most amount of health. There we go. That is it. He's down. Now, obviously, I lost my Argent, so I can't get back to get my Argent. So what I'm going to be doing is what I said before, and that is to grapple onto a structure, then reel myself down or on top of him. And from here on, I should get the prompt. There we go. 1 Forest Titan tamed. And it was not that difficult at all. It is a bit more trickier than the Ice Titan, but not difficult. That is it for this video, folks. That is how you solo tame the Forest Titan. I do hope that you have found this video useful and informative and have enjoyed it. If you have, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Also, for those who have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. I just wanted to point out that I did deliberately not slow down or make any cuts in this video, or at least during the fight, to show you guys every little detail of this fight and to show you how easy it is. And finally, for those interested, you can always join the R.B.Sethum Discord. Links to this, of course, can be found down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment. Until next time, stay safe, folks.